Oh,
Okay, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. We wanted to reach out to you all to create a forum so that we can talk and share best practices. A lot of our conversations with our different school leads have been basically, like, what are the other schools doing? What are the other schools doing? What's going on over there? You know, because everyone is having a lot of difficulties right now. So thank you for joining us. And we did invite our affordable broadband leads and our parent training leads because a lot of the times we've noticed that they both work together with the work that they're doing for school to home at their school sites. And that's why we have invited both. So thank you all for joining us today. Dylan?
yeah, I mean, we just really wanted to give you guys an opportunity to have some collaboration, to be able to talk to each other, and really just kind of share some of those things that you've been doing together at your school sites that have been beneficial or have been helpful for parent outreach overall, and especially for affordable broadband, which we know is a major issue right now with students being able to get online and parents being able to afford to actually have the internet at their house. So I know that's another issue we want to talk about.
Okay, so I sent the slide deck to you all this morning. I'm hoping that you all have had a chance to review it and add some notes. If not, please do so as we begin. Dylan, are you able to see the participants and allow them to come in, to admit them into the meeting?
I don't, let me see.
Go to participants and see if you can take care of that, please.
I cannot see them. No, I apologize. No.
No worries. Okay. All right. So an inclusive activity. I just wanted to check in with everybody. Our mental health right now is important right now. It's important for us to realize where we're at, the situation that we're all living in right now, and so we wanted to check in with you. And I created a word cloud using Poll Everywhere. And so if you can please add your, log in and add your words. This is a free program that you all can use for your school sites. It's helpful to check in with the students as well when you're doing your classes, or even to check in with parents. So please log into the slide deck and add your words. So I see adrift, optimistic, cautiously. I'll give it another minute.
Good evening, Charlie. I love you.
And if you're on mic, you can go ahead and mute your mics too if you can. I know I hear some background noise.
Shouldn't worry yourself, Charlie. Besides, you've never had trouble finding someone willing to give their life for you.
Hurting the angels doesn't prove you're the best. You know that.
Rosa, I think you can mute everybody.
So you were able to accept that this agency is about teamwork. We did.
Anyone want to comment on their word and why they chose it?
Oh, I've been talking to a lot of the leads, and busy is one very important word where everyone is. I know that a lot of you signed up for that 30 extra professional development hours that begin this week, today, as a matter of fact, with the district. So lifelong learners, right? We're always lifelong learners, all teachers. So thank you for doing that. I'm hopeful. Mr. Buettner this morning announced that school will continue on August 18th. But I don't know if anyone else heard differently, but there's no guarantee that the schools will be open as of yet until everything is ready. So he just told us to keep, he'll keep us posted. So surprised, cautious, lethargic. Yeah, a lot of feelings, a lot of mixed feelings. Thank you, everyone, for participating. So, sharing best practices. Here we have outreach and recruitment. A lot of the schools have mentioned that they are continuing to do recruitment through different means. So social media, emails, Class Dojo. What was the other one, Dylan? Remind app, Google Voice. That was another one that a lot of the schools are using. So are there any others? I know I asked you to share best practices. Let me see if I can. Other means that you're using for outreach. And I have unmuted you all so that you all can
What is your question? What are you asking?
on here and outreach and recruitment. On the slide deck, there's a Padlet, and I asked you all, what are you doing? How are you reaching out to your families during this quarantine? I know some of you have started recruiting parents for webinars to do at your school sites. So what means are you using to reach out to those parents, especially those hard to reach student parents, so that you can support everyone?
Connect Ed.
Connect Ed?
Connect Ed.
Yeah, Connect Ed seems to be one of the best options. Are you familiar with Connect Ed, Dylan?
I'm actually not. Do you want to elaborate on it, Ms. Randall?
Connect Ed is when you can go into your school's database and you can either record a message or type in a message, and the system will robocall every parent in your database with that message.
Mm-hmm.
How long has it been around, Ms. Randall? How long have you been familiar with the program itself?
Connect Ed has been there ever since I've been at Gompers. I've used it.
5 little monkeys jumping on the bed. Retold and
Or someone's, okay, got you.
You
So that's awesome. So Connect Ed, for anyone who's out there who has, anyone else have any familiarity with Connect Ed and want to share their experiences using it?
Well, we don't have to throw stuff from LA Promise. We don't have Connect Ed, but it sounds similar to our Parent Square.
Yes.
And text messages as well as the phone blast.
Yes.
Yes.
It's online.
It's very similar.
Yeah. It's just a different platform, but it's used the same way.
We use at Sutter Middle School Connect Ed, but I'm very familiar with Parent Square because I used it at my son's school, and they're very similar. But it's really good. I mean, you record your message, send it out to all the parents, and they get the message.
Yes.
I heard you can also, this is Gretel. I heard that you can also use that as a text message. Is that true for all schools? When you have Connect Ed, there's that option as well?
I don't know about Connect Ed. Parent Square, I did use, I was able to send text and receive text, but I don't think for Connect Ed, but I could be wrong.
Yes. Connect Ed does allow the option of text messages.
Okay, that's what I had heard too. In case those of you that are using it and didn't know that, that was something new that I learned in the last couple of weeks.
And once you send the message out, Connect Ed will give you an analysis of how many emails the message went to, how many text messages it went to, how many voicemails it went to. It tells you how your message was delivered.
Does it tell you if they read it? Does it give you a read receipt on it?
Dylan? No.
No?
But the responses you get back in the Connect Ed message, or even if it's a Parent Square, You ask them to respond if they need to respond. And that's how you know that parents are getting the messages from the ones who respond.
Got you. Okay. I see here too on Stevens, you said that you guys are using or reaching out to have parents. So basically parents, wait, so is it just to tell their friends to join Google Classroom, or are you having parents join Google Classroom as well?
Well, we emailed all our parents, and we also emailed the students. So we're just encouraging, when I said that, we're encouraging the students that are already in our Google Classroom to tell their friends to join. Because sometimes, that's the connection. So, we're emailing families, we're calling families, and we're also encouraging the students that are already in our Google Classroom to encourage their friends to join the Google Classrooms of their teachers.
That's awesome. And then oh, bless you. Whoever that was. Yeah. Okay. Anyone else want to share their response?
Hey, Markham, you guys, we just got off a phone call and you guys did an amazing job promoting a parent training that's coming up on Instagram. Anybody want to share? Is Raquel on or Victoria?
Gretel's calling you out. Markham,
they did great. They're using Instagram.
Great.
They've got a lot of followers on Instagram, and so we're hoping that reaches a lot of parents. But there's other schools that might be using other platforms, social media, to Twitter. I know there was, if I'm not mistaken, I'm not sure if it was Sutter or also Markham that's using Twitter.
Hi, this is Victoria.
Hey, Victoria.
Hi. As far as I heard, they actually just recently created a Twitter account for Markham and a Facebook page that's more active, but Instagram is what we've been on the most. And usually they'll ask me to make a flyer, so I go on postermywall.com, and they already have a bunch of free templates that are really eye-catching. So then we just enter the information. I download the flyer, and it lets you either download for free, and it has a tiny little watermark at the bottom, or you can pay to get a good quality one without a watermark. And we just spread it out on all of our social media and through personal texts.
Victoria, are you able to put a link to that document or share it with the group so they could kind of have a look and see what you made? Is there a way to do that? Can you maybe put it in the chat?
You know what? I've never tried to actually share the link for the what's it called? For the flyers, but the website is
postermywall.com.
Yeah, I just sent it in the chat.
Perfect.
I don't know if you can click
see it right there. Yes.
Yeah, I see it.
I put poster my wall.
Yeah, poster my wall.
Yeah, that's what I've used since I started making flyers, and it's a really good website, and it's for free. So that's the best part. You can save all of your templates, and then if you have, like, let's say Coffee with the Principal every month, you can just go back, edit the date and time if you need to, and print it maybe in a different color, and it's the same template.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was very well done. I lots of vibrant colors, and so I was very impressed, Victoria.
Huh?
That's what I use for the save the date flyers that I've sent out as well.
Oh, beautiful.
Program. Well, thank you very much, everyone, for sharing. Let me move on to the second question that people have asked. Parent training content and needs. So like I said, we've met with a few of you and we've talked about the needs that parents are having. Some are having to do videos on, how to support your child with the, proper environment for webinars. Others have just to get into the portal. Apparently LAUSD has the English videos, but not the Spanish videos available for them, or any other language for that matter. So what content are you doing at your school? Are you working on at your school? I heard one of our schools is working on social emotional content, social emotional needs right now for families, which is great if you would like to share. But what are other contents or other needs that you are all working on?
Well, just from being on the phone call with parents, supporting the 6th grade team, parents are a little anxious that they are not aware of exactly what their students are supposed to be doing. So we are now trying to make sure we contact parents to walk them through Schoology, how to navigate Schoology, so they're able to see exactly what their students are supposed to be working on.
I had a similar conversation with the parent today. Her child was in he's a 6th grader, so he had like 5 different Google Classrooms, and he was in all of the classrooms, but he still didn't know when the Google Meet schedules were, and mom didn't know either. And so still trying to figure out how to get all that information to every single parent.
Yes.
The challenge.
Yes. So my goal was to connect with, that was on Friday when I realized it was happening across the board. So my goal is to meet with Ms. Robinson and Ms. Crowder, who I do see are on this Zoom, where we can come up with a plan of how to best deal with this. How are we going to come with the plan? Because right now the classes are broken up per grade level, and the teachers meet with students per grade level. But you have parents who have their own set of questions, and the parents' needs are not being met, and they want to know how to best help the students. So we thought of, I'm glad I heard this suggestion about emailing parents. We thought of emailing parents, just emailing the parents directly and invite them to the Zoom call per grade level. And teachers in 6th grade stayed on the call after the 6th grade Zoom and basically gave the parents a mini workshop on accessing Schoology.
That's awesome. How long did that mini workshop last, would you say, Ms. Randall?
It took about maybe 30 minutes tops, from top to bottom. And the parents who were on were absolutely excited to be able to know that they could do this, because it opened up all the assignments. You even had a grandmother, and she was like, Mija, why would you not tell me? So the parents just had no idea that everything was right there on the computer, and the student wasn't sharing it.
Yeah, students know how to keep secrets that benefit them sometimes. Because that's something I think a lot of kids, I don't know how to access my computer's not working. You know, and if our parents don't know how to get on the computer to troubleshoot it, then you know, the kids can put one over on them a little bit. So
yeah.
So I'm trying to add some of the notes that you're all sharing. Thank you so much. I know San Fernando, SFIM, San Fernando Institute of Applied Media, one of our schools, they're doing weekly YouTube videos where they're introducing the units to the students by grade level. And they're sharing that with the parents, the students, and through their social media, through their website. And that's how they're keeping the parents up to date weekly. Friday, another school was mentioning that they have weekly Zooms also on Fridays or Mondays. They have weekly Zooms for parents. And again, they invite them through social media, websites. They emailed the students the information for the parent Zoom. And then they sent out a Connect Ed call and tell the parents to check their students' email for the Zoom information to log in. That's how they're updating the parents weekly. So thank you everyone for sharing. Are there any other strategies that you would all like to share?
I'll share a quick one from Sutter. We have teachers who have emailed us in administrative office, like their little schedule. Like, for example, I have a teacher who had Tuesday, parents can text her. She gave us what is that? Not her personal cell phone number, but what is that other option that you could use? I went blank. Google
number.
Yeah, Google. So she did her little schedule, and so Tuesdays would be like Google Voice from 1:30 to 2:30. Wednesdays would be Zoom meetings. And so she has her little schedule, and parents are loving the fact that they could text the teacher, especially the ones that do not know how to navigate Schoology. But actually right now you guys gave me a good idea to have a workshop about how to navigate Schoology, which I will bring with admin, because we need that a lot. Parents, they don't know how to navigate a lot Schoology, unfortunately.
Right. And a lot of them, you know, they use the fact that they haven't been registered to the parent portal when their children have their access code. Just have them log in and use theirs so that you can see what's going on. So yeah, that's a good idea. Thank you, Miss. Who's that, Miss Lopez?
Yes.
Okay. So if you need help with that, let us know, Miss Lopez. We'll help you with those videos.
Okay. Thank you so much.
I also wanted to share that we did create the video in Spanish. Matthew had put out a video that showed parents 5 steps. Well, one, how to access and understand Schoology student account. Do I sound funny?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry. Oh, I'm horrible. Let me stop my video. Maybe that's what it is. Okay. Can you hear me better now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and so I created that video in Spanish to be able to guide parents just so they have an understanding of what it looks like once they enter their students' Schoology account, just so they're able to see the assignments and the grades and when they're due. So that should be, I think once it gets approved, it should be launched. But with many of our schools, what we're doing, like with SFIM, what we're doing is they're creating a video on a topic that they feel is important. So they're creating one, for example, like parents, how do you support your child with Zoom? So like quick tips that they can give parents, like try to provide a child like a space, help them create a background or put a picture, as well as like how to keep our child safe online. And then we attach like a little activity that they can do, and that's how we're tracking who's being interactive. And so we're planning to launch a video, like a little video on Mondays, and they have till Friday to complete the task. And they're tasks that are not very time consuming, but it's a good way to just provide additional information for the families. And then you know, we enter them into a raffle if they participate, but they're like little tasks attached to them.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Cheryl, do you would you mind sharing on your social and emotional? I know that was something that immediately you and the counselors had noticed was a need at your school. That's a little different than the topics that we've been talking about, but I'm not sure if that might be helpful for other schools to also hear from you as to how you came up with that topic or content for your upcoming parent training.
We're doing that in connection with also what to do over the summer, since they're going to have their laptops then, and you know, ways to continue the student learning, and also what to expect in high school. We're doing it as sort of a triumvirate of topics. So it's all three, but we include the social emotional each time that we have these kinds of parent meetings now, or sessions with the teachers, with PD, because we're finding out that people, and we all know this from personal experience as well, are having a great deal of trouble dealing and navigating this pandemic. The word I put up at the beginning was adrift, because I'm not moored, I'm going back and forth, there doesn't seem to be any boundaries, and everybody's feeling that lost feeling. And so that's why we do it. And we have a counselor who works with the social emotional aspects more. And that's what he's doing with the parent training, putting up ways to connect outside of school, and with all of the different resources. And LA Unified's been doing a really good job too of getting those kinds of resources out to people.
Thank you, Cheryl.
So there are, Cheryl, are you saying that on LAUSC's website, they have resources that we can put a link to for parents? Okay, thank you.
Yes, there's tons of stuff on there. Okay. And there's more at all times. We're local district Northeast, and they've got stuff up as well.
Okay. Thank you so
I'll
much.
share a link that I found on the chat in a second.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
Thank you, everyone, for sharing. Anyone else?
I want to thank you guys for having this Zoom so that we were able to come into a place and be able to talk and get support for our questions and realize that we are doing what others are doing and get some ideas on how to do it better.
Thank you.
Definitely, of course.
I have this is Victoria from Markham. I have just one screenshot of one of the posts that we put on Instagram to help parents and students find the codes for their classes. Do you send it through the chat or?
You can actually, if you want, if you have it on your screen, we can share your screen right now, or you can share your screen and show it. Like if Rosa answers for a second, then you'll be able to show your screen.
I'm not sure how you do that.
It's at the bottom of the bottom of your Zoom. There's like little menu at the bottom.
There's a green arrow that says share screen.
Okay. Share.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened?
No, that's it. We can see it. Looks
Oh,
good.
wait. So this
Uh-huh.
this one? Yeah. So we posted before. It says Google Classroom codes for science, and it goes by teacher and period, and they have the code. Can you see it?
Yes.
Yeah. So it like that, and then you just swipe through the pages, and it's ELD, English, all this, all of the, what are they called? All the different oh my God. Subjects. Thank you. I lost my my words. And all the codes are there so people can know what code to enter for their classrooms, and they even have like office hours and stuff.
How much interaction have you gotten from students on here?
Personally, I'm not sure. I don't keep track of the Instagram.
How can we get a copy of this?
Maybe a screenshot?
Yeah, you have to probably try to copy the format. And did you know, is Gompers using any sort of social media for Instagram at all?
Yes, we have Mr. V, and he's pretty good about that.
Okay, great.
I don't know how to say his last name. None of us do, but he's excellent.
Did you stick with V then?
Yeah. Yes, he's really good.
If this if I can send the picture through the chat, maybe you can save it. Is that possible?
I can.
I just took a snapshot of it, and I'll share it with you when I send the video out and the transcript and all.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Okay.
Sounds good. Alrighty. Very cool.
Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
And lastly, how are we taking care of the affordable broadband offers? I know that some students have their devices, their iPads with internet, and some students are now in middle school receiving hotspots from the district. But how are we dealing with the parents that do not have internet? Are we still, how are we sharing the offers through your website? I know that some schools are, have put it up on their website and shared it through, what is it, Schoology?
Yeah.
So
I wanted to ask a question before I forget one more time.
Yes.
I heard one of the leads saying that the students will retain their technology through the
Oh, good question. I know they're offering summer school. Mr. Buter talked about that this morning at in the conference, that they are going to be doing a similar summer school as we are right now. So who was the one that shared that they were going to keep their technology?
That was me. I don't know for sure, but with the summer school and the problem with collection, especially for a 6th and 7th grade student who's going to be with us again in 7th and 8th grades, it seems to us that it's not going to necessarily happen. Between, as I said, between the summer school, because if you're going to have summer school, it has to be virtual and it's open to everybody in the district. He made that very clear. So we're just assuming that perhaps they're not being collected, at least for the 6th and 7th graders. And we're going on from that.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, that's going to require really a lot of, that's going to be a lot of maintenance on those when they come back.
Yeah, we were told they had to give them all back for upgrades.
Then how do they intend to do summer school?
Right. No, I was just asking.
Yeah, you have, I think, and and Gompers is using mainly iPads, right?
iPads, yes.
Yeah, and those are hard. Those upgrades on those are different, you know.
Yes.
Take a minute. So
Okay, I just was asking.
good question. No, great question.
Well, thank you, everyone.
I had a question.
Yes.
I had a question. So we had let one of the participants share their screen. The way that happened was that you made it possible for all participants to share screen. Is that what it is in your settings?
Yeah,
Yes,
you can share screens, Mr. Godwin. Yeah, if you wanted to share something, yeah.
So you set it up in your settings so that all the participants can share the screen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Share their screen. Is it now? There's a place where it says simultaneously or not simultaneously. Which one is it? Do you select simultaneously?
Oh, can you share screens simultaneously?
No.
I mean, when you do the settings, right, in Zoom, and you talk about sharing screen, it's one of the options is share simultaneously. Is that what you selected so that we can do this, or just participants can share?
I think it's just participants can share right now, but if you did it so that you had full control, you'd have to click on them and then share their screen for them, I think, and then you give them permission to share your screen.
You have to give them a co-host. You can give them if you click on the participants.
Yes.
And on the right hand side where it says participants, there's a little arrow that says more. If you hover over the name of the person, and then you can make them a host, or a co-host. That way they can share and share their screen and all. I made it. When I did the settings and everything, it's just open. Our account is open like this, but I know other accounts are not. You have to make them a co-host.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. No problem. All right, everyone. So thank you for sharing. Lastly, we're gonna do I used the Ninja random name generator. I added all of your names, and we're raffling off a $10 gift card from my favorite place, Starbucks. So Ms. Miller, congratulations. You won the $10 gift card. And we are also raffling off the $50 gift card from Paneras. And
wait, put some gravitas on this, Rosa. You're going so quick. Put some gravitas on. This is a lot of money here.
$50. Dun, dun, dun. Hold on. Okay, and the winner is Victoria.
Woo! Yay, Victoria!
Congratulations. So, Agustin, I know Agustin is on the line. So he will be emailing out mailing out the US mail. We'll be mailing out your gift cards this week. And please remember to take care of yourselves.
Yeah, and
I love
Rosa,
this image.
before we sign off, I also wanted to let everyone know that we are going to do our best to collect surveys this year. Parents, teachers, and students, and it's going to be a little bit different because it's not necessarily going to be completely focused on evaluating the impact of school to home, but we're also going to include a lot of questions that we think are going to be helpful for planning purposes. So really asking students and parents, how they're coping with this and what their experience has been like. So we will be sending out the links to the surveys by the end of this week. And of course, we appreciate all of your help to get as many responses from parents, teachers, and students. But the rest of the team will send more detailed instructions. I just wanted to mention it since we were all on the line. But thank you very much for taking the time to join today.
I don't mean to disrupt this, but I was wondering, was there an easier way to access the the free reduced lunch information. Was there any way that I know it was set up so that it can be accessed?
The letter, you mean? The
Yeah,
letter?
the letter.
To obtain the letter, I think you're asking, right? Now that
Yeah.
schools are shut down?
If I understand correctly, when the student goes into, when the parent goes into their the parent portal, I mean for LAUSD at least, they should be able to get a copy of that letter. I don't know about other
portal, yeah.
districts
So
are doing. Yeah.
they have to they have to go to the portal itself.
Okay.
Yes. However, administrators can also provide a template or a sample letter that they can make available for, since most schools are the majority, if not all, students participating. But that's something that may vary school by school. Do any schools want to share what they're doing to provide students with that letter? Okay, maybe not. But again, so you can get the either a letter from the administrator or through the parent portal. There is an option for them to confirm, and maybe that's something that we can definitely follow up with you to walk you through that process, so you know what to tell parents.
Yeah, Mr. Godwin, you can also please find out from Mr. Lopez or from Mr. Davies if it's possible to have a template where you could fill in student names based on the template. And that would be probably an easy way to do that, to get that out.
I'll send out the information that was shared with us at the last webinar for affordable broadband leads. A few of the leads shared their sample letters and their process. So I'll share that with you, with all of you affordable broadband leads again, so that you can have that information. And those letters, the way they did it is the leads verified via MySys that they do have free or reduced lunch, which the majority of the students do in our schools. And the principal just approved it, signed the letter, and they sent the letter out via mail or via email, I'm sorry. So I'll share that with you. Any other questions?
All right. Well,
thank you all so much for your time.
Thank you for your time.
Of course, anytime. You have our numbers. Reach out to us.
Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys.
Thank you. Stay safe. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. You too.